Okay, this is teacher tip number 1. It's important to teach English in English language. This is a shocking idea for many teachers, local teachers in their villages, and also foreign teachers might think that they won't be able to teach because the children or the adults, whoever their students are, don't speak English yet. That's exactly why you're there. They say they won't know what we're talking about. And my response is, sure they will. So it's especially easy with little kids. It's a lot easier with little students and people who have never studied before than it is with people who have been studying for a while with some local teachers that use their first language to teach. The reason that I know that it's important to teach English in English is because I watch the students struggle when they've been taught in their first language. I might be invited in to go to a class, to visit with a class, and I'll ask the teacher, what have you been studying? What have the students been learning in your class? And so I'll know what topics to talk about. And maybe I go to a student and say, how old are you? And they just look shocked for a while. No matter what their age is, they might just feel shocked, and they're trying to translate what I said. And the teacher, I can hear the teacher telling the student in their first language what I've asked, and then giving them the information in their language and in English for what the response should be. And the student is sitting there with two teachers looking at them and everyone in the class looking at them. And it can be an embarrassing situation, and it boggles their mind. And I've just said, I've only asked, how old are you? It's okay if the student doesn't know at first. You can say how old you are, or you can look around because there might be a student with their hand up in the air, and then they can give an example. I'm 12 years old, okay? I'm 5 years old. I'm 23 years old. They'll give an example and then go back to the students. Remember that our purpose is to help our students build their confidence and their skills. So this can be very important, an important thing to keep in mind. If they have to translate everything that's being said into their language and then think of a response in their language, then translate that to English, a lot of times the conversation has already moved on and they start to lose confidence and they're afraid to speak. So what I find is it's better if the students struggle at first, even if it's a class who's starting to learn English, that it's better to struggle at first and learn it and build the confidence, because when the student comes out of that class and they've only listened in English and they've only responded in English, their confidence goes up and it helps your student know that they will be successful. It takes a long time to do that translation in your head, and it can be mind-boggling, and it can be confidence destroying. So it's important to teach English in English language whenever you can. Now, even when I've taught at the university level, there are some times where you're looking around the class and you know it's just not getting through to anyone. And so what I do in a case like that, I think, okay, the concept is different or isn't being understood, or I can't find the right words for it. So I'll look for the person or a few people who have the best skills in the class that I know can explain the concept in the first language, and I'll have them do it. I don't need to know how to explain everything in the first language of my students. I'm there to provide the English skill. When it does need to be translated, a concept needs to be translated because it just isn't being understood after several attempts and examples, then have someone in the class to give the example, no matter if they're 5 years old or if they're 50 years old. It's better, and it helps with the confidence for that person who's asked to give the explanation. Then when you start seeing everyone in the class, okay, all right, then you can move on with the next idea. So use translation as a last resort. So that's my first tip for teachers in this playlist. Thank you very much for watching to the end. I'll see you in the next video. If you have any questions, be sure to put that in the comments down below. Thanks a lot. See you in the next video.